Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. We're on a 2006. It's the Jeep, it's the Commander, and it's got the big 5.7. Customer wants the left CV axle replaced, so that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna have to tip this spindle assembly out. I don't think we have to remove it all the way, but with that being said, we need to unhook this upper ball joint. Get this baby to get out there. Come on, baby. Don't want to ruin this cotter key. There we go. It kind of latches on it. The TTX ball joint that's in it. One of my faves. Get a different size. Oh, look at that. How much how springy it is. Yeah, some days you get lucky, folks. I'll make sure we're going to have enough play in the speed sensor wiring here, so we're going to take and pop it apart here with the light. See if we can't loosen up the wires from the back side of the strut. Just to be on the safe side. There we go. So that'll give us enough place when we tip this forward. We should be good. I don't know as if we even have to unhook the brake caliper. I think what we'll do is we'll leave all the brake business on and we'll just pop this tie rod loose. Oh, beautiful. Wrong size again. We'll give this a little whack. Just like so. There's that. Let's stick the old castle nut on there. Before you whack, if you're gonna whack on the end of it, use your noodle. Don't go beat the piss out of it. Put the castle nut on upside down, it protects it a little bit. But if you gotta smack it more than 4 or 5 times, stop. Got our 18 right here still. Let's unhook the sway bar link. I think that'll have to probably, that gotta come off. I don't know, I think so. We'll just get her loose here out of the way, and then we need to get this little fella out. I know that for a fact. And we need some bigger tools. So it has a flag nut on this side. You gotta be careful. These will chop your finger off. 24 mm on this side. You really just want to go like this. Don't. It's at that point right there where it moves. It'll get you. They ain't nice either. Now before we go popping that out, we probably should put a little support underneath this. Let's see, is she pulling down or pushing up? We'll find out. Let me just tap it through a little more. Let me get a poking apparatus here, folks. She wants to go down. Oh, downtown. Charlie Brown. So we'll leave our punch in there to hold it while we undo the CV axle here. Beautiful. 36 mil. Baby. We're getting a little toy on my brake hose. Yeah. Let me just see something. I think, you know what, we're gonna have to take the caliper off. It's getting all Stretch McGee on that hose, so we're gonna take and back the pistons off here a little bit. Just some slight pressure, because I'm gonna pull the whole caliper bracket and everything, so just pushing some outward pressure, which would have been way easier to do when everything's hooked up. And let's see. Get in there. Right way. Right way. Oh, you son of a fool. Almost said the F word. Almost said the F word. Got my fingers. I haven't pinched my finger in a while. You mother-loving Jeep. Now what do I do? Wow, first day back after vacation. I forgot how to fix a car. And I almost said the F word on YouTube. That'd have been a first. Come on, baby. Well, look at that, huh? Look at that, would you? Now, let's take the fork off here. Fork. Get the fork out of the way. Oh man, just splattered my face. This vehicle has recently had some front end work here. That's why everything comes apart. Otherwise, this would be a much better video. I would assume it would. Why are we not using an air hammer? Finish him. There she is. Oh, motherfucking son. No, that didn't do it. Oh, fail. 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 I tipped myself over. Fail. Let's get a bigger bar. That's a fail. Pass. Woo! Got him. First try. First try. Any gear oil peeing out? No, sir. So there it is. Now, let's see if Napa got us the right one. I'm a little bit suspect because this, A, first of all, they had it in stock. And Napa means never any parts available. That's what the acronym is for. And B, when you get the box that's been wet, it's got the black mold on it. Looks like it's been around since Moby Dick was a minnow. Chances are, it might not be right. Or it might be. You might be wrong and you might be right. You might be wrong. Sounds like a song. Let's have a gander. That side appears correct unless it's a spline issue. Yeah. I gotta say, Napper did a good job. Probably somebody, because there's fingerprints all over this thing. Somebody probably ordered this thing. Because there was a couple options with or without limited slip differential. This one does have limited slip front axle. So somebody probably ordered this. It was wrong. They stuffed it in the box after they tried putting it in the car. Pissed off, sent it back to Napa. We might still be there yet once we find out it's wrong. Let's hope, however, that is not the case. The seal still appears to be in good condition. It wasn't leaking when it came in, so technically, in theory, it shouldn't be leaking when it leaves. Whoa. Straight in. Can't get her lined up. There she is, boys. Clickety clack. Don't talk back. And then we'll take and get her lined up in this way. Baby. She's in there. We're gonna leave it sticking out just a little bit for right now, and we're gonna get our fork business put back on there. That slipped in there suspiciously easy into the knuckle. I just double checked. I ran the VIN number, and it is with limited slip. And I even went and got the OEM number and crossed it to make sure, and it crosses right to this napper number, which is the one for with. Limited slip there. Come on, baby. Don't be mean to me. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, lady. Be a nice guy. Once you get it started, you can rock and roll, but let me try the bottom of the fork here. One thing you don't want to do is get it all forked up, and then you won't be able to get it where it needs to go. Now, on the back here, there's a slot it needs to line up in. So make sure you get that. Ba ba da ba ba boo boo. All right, I think we're in the home stretch. We got the male and the female half lined up. Now we get after it, boys. Maybe not. You gotta rotate back this way a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. Take it right to the greasy spot. Should line you back up. Hot diggity dog. And then what we're gonna do, we're going to slip this bolt back in, the one with the flag on it. I'll line this little guy back up. That back in there. Now, we're going to get her out here in the hub. I think we're in good shape. Now I just put her back together and you're done-ski. Kind of want to get stuff held still here, so we'll get that in there. Pull, 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 pull. Ah, there we go. All right, now everything is being kind of held still, and we can finish. Some of these bolts, like the bottom of the fork, you can't tighten until we put it at ride height. So you gotta be kind of cautious of that. You know, be cautious, but you know, just mindful. Get our tire rod back on here. There's that. Get that started. The axle nut doesn't even have the washer style in it. We're gonna go back with the OEM, providing it still has enough pinch on it to be a lock nut. Let's see. Yep, she stops turning. Yes, sir. So that's good. Tighten that. Get the bolt back in the bottom. Now I wasn't, for the record, It'll snap on here. I was not giving it full beans. You're just, when you're putting this thing together, man down, you just massage it very gingerly. Need that pry bar. Should have hooked the sway bar link up when everything is loosey-goosey here. Look at this baby line up. There she is. Make sure you start these by hand too, all the bolts that go in the control arm. Last thing you want to do is strip one out on the YouTube. Or as my mother-in-law calls it, the YouTubes. You still making videos on the YouTubes, honey? You're darn tootin' I am, lady. She doesn't sound like that, to be honest with you. But she does call it the YouTubes. Hey, whatever. So we've got that up there. Now typically, the back of this rotor would be solid rust where the rotor and the hub come together. In this case, it isn't. This is what it is like to work on a car in Florida. Providing it's not some dirtbag from New York that moved to Florida with a stupid New York car. That's where everybody from New York goes, I guess, is Florida. I'll slip this bad boy back on here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get excited. There's that. All right, while we're right here, let's put these wires back, if we can. If we can, of course we can. You can do it. There's that, that one clicks in. That one's clicked in. After you've gone through and snugged up everything that you can, we got to set it at ride height. So we tightened up the non-essentials. Well, they're essential in the fact that you don't want your wheel to fall off. The ball joint, the tie rod end, the sway bar link, the caliper, you know, that stuff's all been torqued to spec. But now we got to get it at ride height. Once we're at ride height now, we'll grab our torque wrench and we can tighten that baby up. Now that that's done, we're gonna give her a little toot of grease in this stuff here because we're right here. Give her a couple toots there, and we're gonna give her a couple toots down here. On the tie rod, I don't believe the lower ball joint was greasable. Not that I can see no there. So everything right now is tight like a tiger. Except the CD axle, which we need to torque that. Factory specs, but other than that, the caliper is upper ball joint, the fork, sway bar link, tie rod. Yeah, we're good as gold. What's up, pretty lady?
There's a phone call. People are here.
Story of my life. There you have it, folks. I guess. Just triple checked it for the 500th time. And that's it. Nothing else to do here, folks. Throw the tire on it. We're going to take it for a shake, make sure it's clicking and the clanking is gone, and ship this baby down the road. And that's really all there is to it. Not a bad job. It would have been a whole lot worse had all these parts not already been replaced at some point. The control arm and stuff and everything. It looks nice and shiny on this car, so it makes doing this job way simpler. However, if it was all rusty, it would have been way more exciting because we would have had to torch and other things out. What I need you to do for me is go in that comment section. You leave your comments, your criticisms, your concerns you might have, anything like that, really. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it. Oh, wait a minute. The Insta, the Facebook, you know, don't forget. Just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.